Hey there people, how you doing? So today it's time to compare which is the best Android skin out there. Is it One UI 2.0? By the way, that name is weird. Anyways, or is it the Oxygen OS that OnePlus has? Oh, and before we get started, did you guys know we just hit 100 subscribers on the channel? Man, I gotta thank you for that. I mean, hey, for those who were here from before, thank you for staying. And all the new members, welcome to Tech Phenomena. Anyways, you're not here to see me blabber, so let's get into it right away. Almost everyone knows OnePlus's iconic Oxygen OS. It's one of the best, cleanest skins out there, and many believe it to be better than even stock Android. But then again, we have a new contender, the One UI 2.0 by Samsung. It is their Android skin offering. And yes, I know their history is sketchy with the woeful days of TouchWiz, but I'd go so far as to say that they have most definitely redeemed themselves. And inevitably, the question arises, is One UI as good as Oxygen OS? Is it better? Worse? Well, we'll find out today. So first and foremost, let's talk aesthetics, because I believe it matters how good the OS looks, especially in the flagships. And right off the bat, I think we all can agree that ginormous squircle icons on One UI look pretty bad. Yeah, they kinda lack polish in my opinion. But in Oxygen OS, the icons look super clean, modern, and well, overall better. But when it comes to the app drawer, it's better on the One UI. Because instead of a plain card background, we get the blurred out wallpaper as a background that looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so which OS has better aesthetics? Well, I've got to say, I really like how the app drawer looks on One UI, but well, I can't get over those icons. Yeah, I know we can change them, but still, I'm picking Oxygen OS for aesthetics here. Now for usability. Basically, which UI is better at getting things done fast? And more importantly, with ease. And I gotta admit, Samsung has done one hell of a job in terms of making the UI easy to use. As many of you might already know, on One UI, we can pull down all the interactive stuff to the bottom half of the screen, which makes it not only possible, but also pretty uneasy to use one-handed. And this one-handed usage is extended throughout the OS in all of their apps and even the notification panel, which, low-key, is one of the most useful areas for having one-handed usage available. You know, just being able to reach all the toggles one-handed is just pure bliss. But that's not all, we also have Always On Display, one of the best I've seen. The very fact that it's so easy to just glance at the phone and get the apps which have notifications along with time without even picking up the phone, much less turning it on, is just so convenient. And you know, for heaven's sake, I do not know why OnePlus doesn't have an always on display. I mean, it's purely possible. They just don't have it for some reason. I don't know. It's such a good feature and almost all phones have it. Samsung has one of the best ones, which really surprises me how a flagship like OnePlus doesn't have always on display. Then again, OnePlus does have the Google feed available on a swipe, which is just goddamn amazing in my opinion. While One UI has Bixby. Well, I guess I don't need to say anything more other than the fact that we can completely and absolutely disable Bixby in all ways and forms possible. So I guess that's the good part for some reason. Anyways, and lastly, we also have far less bloatware on Oxygen OS, while One UI has a fair amount. But, well, it takes like 15, maybe 20 minutes to just get rid of them, just disable all those extra apps. So I guess in the long run, it doesn't matter a lot. And other than these two drawbacks, One UI does take the win for overall ease of use in my books at least. Alright, so now let's move on to miscellaneous features. Now these are basically the extra features we get, customizability and all that stuff. We'll start with the Oxygen OS this time. Well, it's got some pretty neat features, and as you can see, we have a whole tab dedicated to it. And you know, the most amazing thing here is that we can change the accent color to anything we like. And it's like quite the feature that's sorely missing on the One UI. Then right below, we also have the ability to change the system icon shapes. It's just fantastic, and is basically the reason why I prefer the looks of Oxygen OS as a whole. Samsung, we really need this feature in One UI. We also have the ability to change the fingerprint animation or just, turn it off. Your preference. While One UI has no such thing. And finally, we can outright change the icon pack and use whatever we want from the Play Store. That's right, we have complete third-party support. Technically, we can do that on One UI, but we gotta use icon packs that are there on Samsung Store. No such third-party support here. Of course, we also have a huge load of features on One UI as well. So let's kick it off with the Edge screen, which is just so useful to just have something like that baked into the UI. It's just unbelievably handy to have your apps just tucked away and not cluttering the home screen. But where Samsung takes the cake is with Good Luck. Man, that is just something else. It's Samsung's very own hyper customizability set of apps that just work wonders in my opinion. We have a massive set of options for our lock screen and always on display clocks. There's also a load of edge lighting effects to choose from, and last but not least, my all-time favorite, the ability to choose how quick toggle panels look. It's just beyond impressive. Of course, there are features both have in common, like the ability to change screen calibration, Dolby Atmos, and so on and whatnot. Alright, so you guys basically have the gist for both the OSs, and if someone were to ask me which is better, I can't give a clear-cut answer because I think that the number of features these have is just massive, and how many of those are useful for each person, it varies way too much for me to give, a single answer where One UI is better or Oxygen OS is better. Me personally, since I'm quite the customization head, well, I'd have to pick One UI because, Good Luck is there. I mean, the existence of Good Luck just completely sweeps the competition away when it comes to customization in One UI. And I'm not saying that Oxygen OS is bad, it's just not that customizable, to that degree. And yes, One UI has quite a few things that I dislike. First and foremost, those icons, yeah, not that good. But of course, I would definitely like to know which one you guys prefer. Is it One UI, Oxygen OS, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. And of course, do hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be seeing you guys later. Cheers.